Let me just tell you that I've known Merrick Garland for some years. I deeply admire him as a incredibly scholarly and smart jurist, a dedicated and effective prosecutor, and a decent and good man. I hope that the American people have an opportunity to see and hear Merrick Garland as I did today, because there will be no question that he deserves a hearing and a vote, that the American people deserve to see and hear him in a hearing, and once they know him, I believe they will conclude he is impeccably well qualified to be a justice on the United States Supreme Court. I regret, for the sake of this very good and decent man, that he and the judiciary have been dragged into the muck and quagmire of partisan politics. It demeans our judiciary and the United States Supreme Court and endangers the rule of law. He has dedicated his life to the rule of law and the effective and fair enforcement of law. And that's the kind of person we need on the United States Supreme Court. So I am going to fight as long and hard as I can to make sure that Merrick Garland receives a hearing and a vote. And I believe that he will be confirmed if he's given that opportunity.
Senator Obama's in Chicago today to try to make the case for Garland. Do you think any of this is helping? He's coming, doing the visits. McConnell and Grassley have been pretty firm that no hearings, no votes. What's your sense of how long this could go on, I guess?
Great question. Let me tell you what I told him. I told Merrick Garland today that I am very, very hopeful that he will be confirmed. It will be simply a matter of time. And he has the obvious credentials and qualifications. He has the temperament and integrity. He is impeccably well qualified, and he's met an implacable wall of opposition that I believe will crumble as the American people come to see and know him. And we're going to continue this push, putting pressure wherever we can, not for the sake of politics, in fact, to keep the court above politics, which is what the rule of law should be.
So, Senator, do you plan to vote for him at this time?
At present, if the vote were today, I would support him wholeheartedly.
What do you say to your political colleagues who won't even agree to sit down and meet with Judge Garland?
What would
you say to them?
I think that anybody who meets Judge Garland will benefit from that exchange. Not necessarily in supporting him, but you will learn something about law and judicial temperament and the quality of our judiciary. Merrick Garland epitomizes what is best about the American judicial system: a dedication to the rule of law, an intense care about the quality of justice, and a devotion to fairness, which is at the core of his persona. And anybody who has doubts or questions about the American court system ought to sit down with Merrick Garland. And I think that ultimately he is exactly the kind of person we need on the Supreme Court. I think he will be a unifying force if he's confirmed, and he will help maintain and sustain the credibility and trust in our United States Supreme Court. Thank you all.